So, saw some news this morning. Some news for us comic fans and comic book movie fans. Apparently 20th Century Fox is going ahead with production on a Silver Surfer movie. Now I think this can be a good thing, more so than it can be a bad thing. The reason why is the character Silver Surfer. He deals with a lot of things happening in the cosmos. He's outer space. You know, it doesn't have to take place on Earth. It can take place on multiple planets, outer space. He can even visit Earth. But let me talk about why I think it's a good idea. Well, there's this Disney deal going down, of course, everybody probably knows by now. And they're getting the rights to a lot of Fox, properties, except for anything news and sports. Well, that includes the Marvel rights to the characters they have. So Marvel, MCU, Marvel Studios, whatever, just Marvel in its whole is getting the rights back to all the characters that Fox currently has. Well, the Silver Surfer movie makes sense because if they start this off, it doesn't have to take place on Earth. And it could take place out in space, in the galaxy somewhere else, a bunch of different planets. And they could, if they wanted to, once the deal goes through in about 2 years, squeeze his way into the MCU in any form or fashion. The reason why is because there's a lot to be done outside of Earth. Even if he does come to Earth, it can be explained. He's from outer space. Any character that is in Earth, like, for instance, mutants, the MCU had problems putting that into the current universe that they have with the cinematic universe that they have, because they have enhanced, which they call people who have abilities, extraordinary abilities. There's no mention of mutants. You have to introduce that, introduce why mutants were never talked about, especially if they always existed. Even if it was in secrecy. They could do that if it's in secrecy, but teams like the X-Men or other mutants being known about and stuff like that, they would have to explain it some way, and it'd be kind of tough with the universe that they built already. Not knowing if they will ever get the rights to those characters, they never focused on that. But with Silver Surfer, this could even lead into the creation of the Fantastic Four, some way, some form of fashion. With Silver Surfer, I think it's very important that they also introduce or have Galactus be a part of the story, because that's how he became who he is. He's a herald for Galactus. He searches out for worlds for him to devour for his food or energy source. But you can have this take place in different parts of the galaxy, just like Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one did. And if you ever want to tie it into the stand-in MCU, what comes of that 2 years from now, whatever, it could work. And that's why I think the Silver Surfer thing is a good idea. I think it's one of the best ideas they had. A guy named Brian K. Vaughan, who is the creator of the Runaways series that we see on television, and also he's written for a couple of comics also. He had a treatment, and they're going ahead with that treatment. Who knows how long he had this treatment? But if you think about it, Fox is trying to make money while they got these characters. There's money that can be made. But besides that, it really, they can do whatever they want right now because they still have the rights to these characters. I think it's a good idea. Just like Deadpool, you could introduce him or his universe into the MCU later because it's so weird. He's so weird. He can just say, wow, how did you all get here? How come I never heard of you before? And it could work the way Deadpool is. But other things like the X-Men, it's going to be a little tough, especially mentioning mutants. Now, there's a lot of things that can happen. People talk about the Infinity Stones, time, gems, multiple universes, dealing with Doctor Strange, anything. Anything can happen, but how will the audience accept it? You know what I mean? That's the main factor here. But with Silver Surfer, even if it doesn't include any other Marvel properties outside of what's in the MCU already, Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer, Galactus can be a part of the MCU. It can work very well. All the questions you have, well, how are they going to do it? What possibilities could this lead to? Can easily be answered more so than any other source material out there that's not already a part of the MCU. If they want to put Silver Surfer, Galactus, and Fantastic Four in there. This is why I think it's a good idea. Or at least it's an idea that's not too bad. Like the Gambit movie, I doubt we're ever going to see that. It will have to get in production soon, come out next year, because if it goes into production next year, anytime like that, the rights to that character go back to Marvel Studios as soon as Fox get rid of all their other properties, except for sports and news. But anyway, I think it's a good idea. And it could work. It really could. I collected some Silver Surfer comics when I was younger, just because the cover art looked cool. But, I wasn't really into the character like that. But he's an interesting, very powerful character. And it can work out. I think so. What you guys think?